Hello Virgo, and welcome to Wild Magnolia Tarot. My name is Maddie, and this is your weekly reading for August 2nd through August 8th. Quick disclaimer that I've forgotten. Oh, this reading is a general reading and cannot possibly resonate with everybody. Take what does resonate and leave what doesn't. And if none of it resonates, check out a reading for one of your other signs, your rising sign, your moon sign, etc. Or please go check out one of the other very wonderful readers on this platform who may have something more attuned to your situation this week. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a doctor, lawyer, psychologist, counselor, or anything that requires certification. I'm simply someone who has a very deep passion for the tarot, and anything that I say that resembles advice is based solely on my opinion, my own experiences, the knowledge that I've acquired over my lifetime, my interpretations of the cards, and little bits and pieces that may come to me from time to time intuitively throughout the reading. So with that being said, we'll get started. I'm going to start out this week with an archetype card. I did already draw it before I began recording because they're difficult to shuffle. This week you guys got the sword. The sword is a tool. Also, it is a weapon. It is associated with truth, and the purpose of the sword is to make a decision, to cut to the core of an issue, and cut away what is not essential, I suppose, to reveal the truth of something so that you can decide. And it's a very final, definitive decision that will be made. Whew, there we go. So whatever the situation is for you guys this week, you are making a decision. You're gathering information, you're looking at the situation as a whole, and you're deciding what is important, what needs to be kept, and what needs to be cast away from you. The sword is swift. It is graceful, in a sense, but it is also violent, but it's honest. Again, the sword is very much associated with getting to truth, finding the true nature of a situation, and having full awareness and understanding of it. I relate it to the Judgment card in the Major Arcana of the Tarot. A very important decision has to be made this week or very soon. Or perhaps you've already made a very important decision and now you're looking at how your life is going to change and develop ahead of you because of the decision that you've made. So we'll go ahead and we'll get more cards on the table and figure out how this connects to you guys this week and what it means for your future, or at least for the week ahead. Future's not set in stone, so. The second card that I'm going to draw is from the Moonology deck, and this is, I consider this to be cosmic influences that are going to be affecting you or your situation this week. You could also consider it lunar influences because it is the Moonology deck. But either way, energies coming from a celestial origin that are going to have an influence on how this week develops for you guys. So what do I have for Virgo? Okay, so we have the full moon in Cancer. A personal issue reaches resolution. Very good. So something that this decision that you're making has to do with a personal issue. Okay, something that's going on in your life that has been for some time, something that's been bothering you, something that's weighed on you. Okay, and something that's been affecting your life and your previous decisions and where you are today. Well, that didn't work. Okay, so let's get some more cards on the table to figure out how exactly this relates to you guys. First cards that I'm going to pull are just going to give me some insight into the state of your energies this week. So material, mental, emotional, and spiritual. And then we'll get into the details. So how's Virgo doing on the material level? This has to do with money stuff, resources, work and career. Can also have to do with health, things of that nature. Very much the physical aspects of life, the earthly matters. So you guys got the 3 of Vials. Okay, and vials are cups in this deck. Cups are emotion. And so your material life at this time is tied to your emotional well-being, or the other way around. And the 3 of Cups is all about time with friends and family, enjoying yourself. It's a night out. It's a break from work. It could also indicate that your work involves friends and family and that you really enjoy what you do, or your work is affecting your relationships with friends and family in some way. There could also be some kind of celebration taking place in the near future that has to do with earthly accomplishments. Let's see what else we've got. Let's see what else we can get to get a bigger picture. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So it's almost reflects a state of surrender, right? Things that are happening right now for you guys are very much left up to spirit. You're not really in control of your situation, or you feel like you're not. The hand of fate is at work here, and you're along for the ride. There's also a sense that you are relinquishing control over your situation, potentially because you don't know what to do, or you're waiting for a situation to develop. In relation to the Sword, this could indicate that you're waiting to make a decision, or that Spirit is going to guide you in making that decision. It's going to reveal to you the information that you need to make the best choice for you, in a way that allows you to stand in your truth and live your truth. Something is playing out this week, okay? Because again, this is a personal issue for you guys, and it could have to do with relationships because we have that 3 of Vials on the table. So you could very well be waiting for the response or reaction of somebody else in this situation. Perhaps you've made your move, and now you're just waiting to see how they behave, what they do, which will then in turn reflect their intentions, reflect where they're at, their values, and whether or not you're going to choose to keep them in your life. Or at the very least, you're going to choose whether or not you're going to continue to engage in the situation anymore after this. You're basically waiting for somebody to show their true colors to you. So let's see now. Let's see how you guys are doing emotionally. How is Virgo doing emotionally? We have the 6 of Cups, or the 6 of Vials in this deck. Memories, nostalgia, a feeling of missing the past, longing for the way things used to be. You're going through a lot of memories at this time, and a lot of feelings are coming up for you that also may be guiding this decision that you will be making. Perhaps many things that occurred in the past are becoming more clear for you, things that perhaps you didn't understand. That you didn't understand the root of. You didn't understand the cause. You didn't understand why certain things happened or what they meant. But now that you're older and you have a more mature perspective, everything is coming together for you. You may be making some very major realizations this week as well about a situation that's been playing out for a significant period of time. I would say years. possibly even something from your childhood, or that began in your childhood. Let's see what we've got on the... Actually, no. I want to go ahead and clarify this Six of Cups. Can we clarify that Six of Vials, please? Alright, so we have the Four of Cups, another Cups card in reverse. Lots of Cups energy on the table for you guys today. A lot of emotions coming up. And I see here that you may feel isolated or rejected, or you may be rejecting a situation for some reason. Because the Four of Cups is in reverse here, I get a sense that you may be upset about something that's happened in the past. Something that you haven't yet gotten over, something that you still hold against somebody potentially. I'm getting that forgiveness might be very necessary for you. You may need to forgive somebody in this situation in order to move on, in order to make that final decision to, finally accept and process what has happened and forgive whoever needs to be forgiven so that you can have peace. It's not even for them. It's simply so that you can leave the situation behind you and never have to think about it again. So now we'll see how you guys are doing on a spiritual level. Get a little update as to how you are doing on your spiritual development. We have the Six of Wires, and in this deck, the wires are wand energy, fire energy. The Six of Wires is victory, okay? A win of some kind. Relating this back to our first two cards, the Sword and a personal issue reaching resolution, you're coming out on top. Okay, the situation is being set straight again. Perhaps there was some kind of injustice, or there was an unfairness at the root of this personal issue. And you're finally, coming out on top of it. Your voice is going to be heard. It'll be very freeing to finally have this taken care of, to finally be able to put this situation behind you. Yeah, I really do get the sense that you were wronged in the past by somebody else. And that wrong is coming to light. They're basically ratting themselves out, showing themselves for who they really are. And so perhaps there's also people around you who did not fully understand the situation, who are now going to see your perspective, see how it affected you, and why you feel the way you feel. Okay, so there could have been an imbalance in your family or in your group of friends because they didn't understand why you felt the way you did about whatever happened in the past. And they're going to reach that understanding as well as this whole situation plays out. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull a card to give us a little more insight into the specific situation that's going to be occurring for you guys this week. Okay, we have the Nine of Wands. Something is definitely coming to an end. A situation is closing out. You're tired. This is a fight that you've been fighting for a long time. And it's got you to the point where you're kind of in that mindset permanently now. The Nine of Wires can indicate exhaustion and paranoia. Okay, very much a survival oriented mindset for you guys. At this point, you're just trying to get by. You're just trying to keep your head above water and to hold your footing in this situation. And you're ready for it to be over. Okay, this is a burden for you. It's something that holds you back. It's something that weighs you down. And it seems, at this point, it feels like it's going to be endless. Like you'll never win. Like no matter how far you go, how hard you fight, there's still going to be more shit around the corner coming at you. Okay, but it is going to come to an end. You're not going to have to fight forever. You're not fighting for the rest of your life. Things are going to resolve themselves with the help of a larger, higher force than yourself. Spirit is definitely taking some action in the situation to make it right, to bring things into balance again for you. Let's see what challenges you may encounter this week. So we have the 8 of Arms as our first challenge for you guys, which is the 8 of Swords in this deck. This is a feeling of being imprisoned, bound, stuck in a situation, chained up. Okay, so this could be your feelings at this time. You could feel very restricted by the situation. This actually, to me, relates very closely to this 9 of Wands energy. But the thing about the 8 of Arms is that it's your perspective that's restricting you. It's the way you're thinking about the situation. It's the decisions that you haven't made yet that continue to hold you prisoner in this fight, this constant battle. This goes back to that sword, a decision that you have to make ultimately, but a decision that will be made easier by, just how things end up happening. What this other individual ends up doing or saying that makes it easier for you to finally cut the cord and walk away. You will come out on top in this. You're strong, you will be victorious. Because you wield the sword. And the sword is the truth. The truth is on your side. And because we have a lot of water and fire energy on the table, I do feel like this is going to play out fairly quickly. Like the situation is gaining momentum, for sure. It's something, the outcome has already been triggered, if that makes sense. And now it's just waiting and allowing it to happen. They're digging a hole, and you're just waiting for them to get done so that they can lay down in it. And then you will be free from the situation because you will be able to accept it and release it and move on. Acceptance and release. Major themes this month, I think, for all signs. This also has a lot to do with karmic clearing as well. Energetic clearing. It's just time to cut out any negative energies that are influencing you or having an effect on how you feel and how you think. And that requires resolving any personal issues that do not serve you, that hold you back, that cause you problems, that bring you pain. Okay, let's see one more potential challenge. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords. I think you're dealing with somebody who's very manipulative, someone who lies, and someone who's trying to obscure the truth. So far from this reading, I've gotten that you are pretty aware of the situation. You're aware of the truth. Maybe not entirely, because you can't be in the other person's head necessarily. But you've got a good idea of what's going on and why things have happened the way that they have. And this individual that you may be dealing with, it could also be a group of individuals, but I kind of get the sense that it's one person. It's one person that's influencing a family situation or a friend group, but I'm really getting family here. Some kind of conflict that's grown way out of control, that's caused you more problems than it's worth, when you were never in the wrong to begin with. And so this Queen of Arms in reverse, to me, Queen of Swords in reverse, this is that other individual twisting the truth, obscuring the facts, manipulating the people around them to cause you more harm, more trouble, And this makes it difficult. This makes it difficult to move on and move past it because you want the truth to be known. You want the truth to be heard. You want people to understand where you're coming from and understand that your heart is in the right place and that whatever they say you are not. Whatever wrongs you supposedly committed against this Queen of Swords, it was a lie. It was a deception with the purpose of tarnishing your name, making you look bad, and turning people against you over something petty. This is something very petty. It started out as something that was nothing. And I think that you didn't expect the situation to grow to the point that it has. Because you would never behave that way. You would never take something was taken out of context dramatically. And because that's not how you think, then you wouldn't have it been able to expect this situation to occur. And I think that there's nothing you really could have done to avoid it. Because if this is an individual you're dealing with, okay, and again, this won't resonate with everybody, and I'm aware of that. Because you would never behave that way, you just can't relate. You can't relate to that manipulative mindset. Narcissistic mindset. You don't understand it. And so it's really hard to combat an issue that you can't even relate to or understand. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take a look at what advantages are available to you guys this week in this situation. What is going to play to your advantage? Advantages for Virgo, please. We have the Hanged Man, okay, as an advantage. You're ready to let go. You're open to truth and understanding, and you're ready to make whatever changes are necessary to bring this to a close, to bring balance and peace back into your life. If there's anything that you're wrong about, then you're willing to admit that. You're ready to learn whatever it is you need to learn, accept whatever you need to accept, because you're just ready for this to be over. There's something about the Hanged Man that's very humbling, and you have been humbled. For sure. And this brings us back up to this Wheel of Fortune in the mental position. Like you are humbled, you are releasing the situation to spirit so that, because you're asking for help. You may have been praying for help in this situation, and help is coming to you. Let's see, one more advantage for Virgo, please. Okay, we have the Empress. The mother. She's also like the ultimate queen. The Empress can represent creative, raw, fertile energy, okay? But the Empress is also very nurturing. So this could be you or somebody in your life who loves you unconditionally, who is very comforting, very nurturing, who's kind of keeping you sane at this point, who understands you, understands where you're coming from, and wants the best for you. Somebody who's helping you in this situation. This could be your mother, or someone who is a motherly figure in your life, but it doesn't necessarily have to be like a woman. It could also be a man, a parental figure. But somebody who has a deep connection to that divine feminine, okay? That warm, peaceful love that, is what's helping you get through this right now. So I get the sense that you are supported in this. You're not alone. And I think that once this is all played out and the truth of the situation is revealed, you are going to have a lot of people who are on your side, or who understand you and support you and love you and see the truth for what it is. So now I'm just going to pull one more card from the tarot. Give us some insight into what the lesson is for you guys this week. What is the overall lesson for Virgo this week? So we have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, and this is all about working hard and developing a skill, mastering your craft. There's something that you're good at and you're getting better at it. You're developing it, you're growing it, right? You've planted seeds and you're nurturing them to the best of your ability, and they're growing into something wonderful. And even though the Pentacles are about the material and money and things of that nature, this could also be referring to, your own personal development, becoming a better person, right? Not letting this situation bring you down to this other individual's level, not allowing it to interrupt your own growth or hold you back in any way. You've worked really hard to be the person that you are today. You've grown a lot. You've changed a lot in this situation and outside of this situation. I get maturity. A lot of maturity from this card, from what I have on the table. I'm tuning into your energy. You're rising above this, and you know what truly matters to you, and you are choosing to take any energy that you might have been putting into this negative situation and putting it into something that really matters, something that will have positive results. And this could be a career or some kind of venture, like a creative venture, okay, that you may be developing, that, when you were in this negative situation and allowing it to affect you mentally and emotionally, then it got in the way, it blocked you creatively. It blocked your ability to really focus and prioritize. It was getting the best of you. But then you were able to get past that, see what was really important, and start to, you've already begun the letting go process of this situation. I get that there's just one more thing that's going to happen that's really going to set the record straight, and then you're going to be able to lay it all to rest and focus all of your energy on whatever it is here that you're building and developing. This could be a skill of some kind. It may be an actual craft, a creation. And I say that because of this Empress card. While this could and probably is somebody in your life who is supporting you at this time, we still have all of this creative water and fire energy together on the table, which tells me that you're growing something, you're making something, you're manifesting something seemingly out of nothing, out of pure will and motivation. Not only are you rising above this situation, but you are going to be successful despite it. It's only helped you grow. It's helped you become the person that you are today. And it's taught you everything you need to learn, so it's time for it to end, to go, to leave your energy forever. Because now you have the skills and the understandings and the perspective needed to create something very wonderful and abundant in your life. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and we will turn to the, where should I put? Okay, there we go. The Oracle cards. First, I'm going to draw a card from the Mausolea deck to see what, if any influences from the past are affecting you guys this week. Okay, so we have Nyx, secrets, vigilance, subterfuge. This kind of confirms what I was saying earlier about some kind of lie, some kind of deception coming to light for you guys in this situation. You were aware of the lie, but others were not. Others fell for it for quite a while. But now it's coming to light. Now it's coming to the surface. People are seeing the situation for what it really is. And the deceiver is going to be exposed for who they truly are. People are going to recognize what they've done, and they're going to have to be held accountable for that. No more secrets. Nothing left in the dark or left to be misunderstood. Nothing left to be taken out of context. Everything out and open in the light. To be judged, to be handled properly. Okay, so now I'm going to pull a card for your subconscious. Something from your subconscious that may be affecting you or guiding you in this situation this week. This could be something that is bothering you, something that you could use to let go of. This could also potentially be something that you know subconsciously that is trying to reach the surface of your consciousness, your awareness, something that you need to be aware of, basically. All right, we have love. But notice the sword there, pointing towards the heart. You have a lot of love. Possibly even love still for this person that you're dealing with. Love for your family. And I think that that's why you've been able to grow from this situation and not get caught up in the bullshit, is because you are so loving. And you want the best for everybody involved. You really do. And this individual that you may be dealing with, for some of you, you do still love them, even though they've mistreated you and caused all these problems. You really do. And you hope for the best for them, but it's just time to, let them go. It's okay to, give up on this situation, to release it, because you can't control it and it only hurts you. At a certain point, people make a decision how they're going to treat the people around them, and you're allowed to make the decision to allow it or not. And so, something else that I'm getting is that you don't want it to be said that you don't love these people, that you don't love this individual. You don't want it to be said that you have bad feelings of any kind, because you've only ever come from a place of love, and you've tried to be understanding. And that love was taken advantage of. For some of you. Again, not for all of you. Can't resonate with everybody. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw a card that's going to give us an idea of what kind of energies you guys are attracting this week. We have the Toad. Okay, cleansing and transformation. You're purifying your life. You're purifying your energy. You're cleaning out all the negativity, all the junk that does not serve you, that holds you back, so that you can complete this transformation and grow even more from the situation and really make something good out of your life and put all of your energy into something positive. And because you are coming from a place of love, a deep, unconditional love, then your intentions are in the right place, your heart is in the right place, Spirit recognizes that, and things are going to start to fall in line for you. Things are really going to start looking up. You're going to notice that you're a lot more successful in all of your endeavors, and that you just feel freer, you feel better, you feel happier, you're more at peace, because you're just cleaning all the negative energy right out of your space, your life, altogether. All right, so the next cards I'm going to pull a couple cards from a deck called the Enchanted Blossoms Empowerment Deck. All of these cards are very positive, and I use them to give us an idea of your strengths that you have already that will help you as you move through this week, as you deal with this situation. Perhaps strengths that you don't even realize you have, or that you just need to be reminded of in order to take advantage of them and use them to help you. We have beauty, okay? To me, this indicates your ability to see the beauty in the world still, see the beauty in relationships, the beauty in people. Okay, you're coming out of this still with an open heart. You're not jaded. You're not going to allow this experience to keep you in a space of negativity and pessimism. No, you're very positive, and you are just very beautiful. You're a beautiful human being, okay? And you're going to attract beauty towards you, and happiness and peacefulness. Like, your light now shines so bright. At one point, your light was bright, and it attracted a lot of darkness, because darkness is always attracted to the light. It comes in to try to snuff it out, to try to feed off of it, steal it. Sometimes they want to steal it. Sometimes the dark is envious of your light, and it wants to dim it. But you've grown to the point where your light is so bright that the darkness will not be able to touch you anymore. It won't be able to affect you or attach to you in any way or feed off of you. So this is very good. This is very good. Your energy is very strong, and your light is very, very bright. What else? One more for Virgo, please. So we have pride. Okay, be proud of yourself. Be proud of what you've accomplished. Pride isn't always a bad thing. Okay, be proud of who you are. Despite this whole situation, despite hardship, okay, you've fought hard to regain peace and happiness in your life. Okay, and you've done things the right way. You've taken the time, you've put in the energy, the love, the resources, okay? And you've come out on top because you stayed, you've stood in grace throughout all of this. And so you should be proud of yourself for what you've accomplished and the things that you've overcome. Don't talk it down or minimize what you've gone through up till this point. You've made it through a lot, and it's made you much stronger for it. Okay, so now I'm just going to pull a couple cards for advice from Spirit before we wrap up the rest of this reading. Get a little advice from Spirit for Virgo, please. Okay, we have tree people. Sustenance. Okay, food and water, shelter, things necessary to sustain life. I think this is a reminder to take care of yourself, and to nurture the positive relationships in your life, and to nurture yourself, nurture your soul. Okay, this could also be advising you to spend some time out in nature, to be, in meditation, or at the very least, just get into a peaceful state of being. Caring for yourself and the people around you who love you and bring positivity into your life. This also connects to that Empress energy as well. The Empress is a sustainer, a creator and a sustainer. Okay, one more card of advice for you guys. Okay, one more card of advice for Virgo in this situation this week. So we have war and battles. I read this as a confirmation that truly what you've been through in this situation, it was a war. It was battle after battle after battle. Okay? And that relates directly to the sword as well. The sword is your truth. Your weapon is your truth. It will defend you, and it will protect you, and it will serve you. And when it's all over, you can take off your helmet. You can put down your sword and breathe. So when you feel tired, if you feel like you've been fighting a war, if you're exhausted and a little bit drained and you feel like you've been through a lot, it's because you have. So this takes me back to what I was saying earlier. Don't minimize what you've accomplished here. Don't minimize what you've survived, what you've lived through, what you've dealt with, and you've still come out not just on top and victorious, but you've come out peacefully and still in a place of love. And it's very impressive. A lot of people would be very jaded by this. A lot of people would, be hurt, wounded, and it would be hard to see past that. But you understand the bigger picture, and you just want happiness. Okay, so that's what I've got for you guys this week, Virgo. I want to thank you so much for joining me and watching this reading. If you enjoyed it, if it resonated, please feel free to like this video and subscribe to my channel. If you have any ideas or requests for types of readings you'd like to see me do on my channel, I am looking to expand and start doing a lot more than just my weekly readings. And I'm always open to ideas. I want to know what people want to see or what people want, insight into, because, first and foremost, I'm here for my family and my friends, but I'm also here for anybody else who finds themselves, on my channel watching my videos and needs insight into something particular in their lives. So if you have anything like that you would like to suggest, please feel free to leave it in a comment. And until next week, I will see you guys later.